The slap landed with a sharp sound that echoed across the crowded streets. Cars honked impatiently, passengers peeped through half-open windows, and traders carrying trays on their heads stopped to watch. But the old man, with his trembling hands held together, only whispered, "Please, my son, forgive me. It was not intentional." That was the scene. An old taxi driver, frail but still fighting hunger with his battered car, had mistakenly brushed the shining bumper of a rich young man's jeep. The bumper cracked, but the noise that followed was louder than the damage itself. The young man stepped out in fury, his gold wristwatch flashing, his voice tearing through the air. "You useless old fool! Do you know how much this car is worth? You will pay me today or you will rot in jail." The old man bent low, trying to explain. "It was a small mistake. I don't even see your car well. Please, forgive me. I am just managing life." But his words were drowned in insults, and then came another slap. The traffic stretched. Children returning from school gathered to watch. Drivers leaned on their horns angrily, but nobody dared to step down. Until one man did. From a sleek black car behind them, a tall gentleman stepped out calmly. He wore no chain, no noise of wealth, yet his presence silenced the street. He looked at the rich young man and the old driver. His first words were sharp, cutting through the noise. "Why are you blocking everyone's way for this? And why are you slapping a man old enough to be your father?" The young man puffed his chest. "Do you know what he spoiled? This bumper alone is 300,000 naira. 300,000. Let him pay me." The gentleman shook his head slowly, as if pitying the young man. All this traffic, all this shame, just because of 300,000 naira. The crowd murmured. Some shook their heads. Others nodded in agreement. The rich young man hissed, raising his voice again. "Stay out of this. Is it your business? Are you the one that will pay for him?" The gentleman gave a faint smile. His words were calm but heavy. "Today, I will make you small before all these eyes that you are trying to impress. You say this guy is worth 20 million naira?" The young man folded his arms proudly. "Yes, 20 million naira." The gentleman turned around and signaled to his driver. A black briefcase was brought forward. He opened it slowly, and the street gasped as bundles of cash glowed under the sun. "Fine," the man said, lifting the bundles. "I will buy this car from you. Right here, right now, cash." The street went silent, then exploded in shouts. The rich young man's face drained of pride. But before he could say anything, the gentleman counted the money swiftly, handed it to him, and took the car key from his hand. He walked to where the old taxi driver was sitting on the curb, his head buried in his hands, weeping silently. The gentleman bent down, lifted the man's chin gently, and pressed the key into his palm. "Baba, this car is now yours. From today, you will no longer suffer with that old taxi. Use it, drive it, feed your family. The car is yours." The old man froze, his mouth wide open. Then tears gushed down his wrinkled cheeks as he fell to his knees, crying louder than the horns that filled the air. But the gentleman was not done. He reached again into the briefcase, counted 3 million naira more, and placed it in the old man's lap. "This is to help you start afresh, Baba. From today, your story changes." The crowd clapped, cheered, some even knelt and blessed the stranger. The old man raised his hands to heaven, his voice breaking with gratitude. "God, you have remembered me today. You have remembered me." The proud young man stood aside, suddenly small in the sight of those who had been watching. His voice was lost, his arrogance swallowed by shame. And so, the road that had been filled with noise turned into a place of prayer, tears, and song. Some said it was chance, others said it was destiny. But the old man would forever tell the story of the day a slap turned into a blessing, and how a stranger bought him not just a car, but a new life.